Hello everyone and welcome. We do have a match between myself, it is a 2v2, it's between myself, Misfit as the red Protoss, my friend Blacklisted as the blue Protoss, and we will be facing up against Jackryl, Jackryl it looks like. Jackryl as the teal Zerg who is off to a slow start, and I guess he was going to the bathroom, and Lihindu as the purple Protoss. So we were probably rushed last night about 10 to 12 times. We were on quite the losing streak, and we were not very happy with it. So we decided one more before we went to bed, we were going to rush ourselves. So we were going to do a zealot rush as fast as possible, see where that ended up getting us. So we have Jackryl and Lihindu down in the corners. They saw us both spawning as Protoss, so more than likely they could only assume that either a Zealot Rush is coming or we would both be turtling up for a Voidway push. So either one is viable. It is definitely something that I would very likely believe myself if I was playing against two Protoss as well. So just like when you play anything doubles, you almost assume that they are partners and they are going for the same kind of strategy, especially with Zerg. If you see two Zerg spawning, then very quickly you want to build a very fast defense and get some Marines up, because 9 times out of 10 you will be 6 pulled, 7 pulled, maybe even a 10 pull, but there's not much you can do against a 2 versus 1, because they will strike one base at a time. I go ahead and quickly drop down the gateway before I even get any more supply after 10. So I do drop a 10 gateway, and Blacklist I believe does about the same. He is a little slower behind. I have a second gateway already on the way. I do cut back some drones in order to get those out a little faster. I go ahead and try to scout. I believe I went over here to Lihindu first. I didn't scan it fast enough, or I didn't go far enough in, which was my noob mistake. I went like halfway into this base, didn't see anything. Granted, I don't know how I went this far and didn't see it, but I was very confused when I did that. I was like, I thought that's where the spawn base was. So I go up here, I do see that there is these Zerg. They did spawn as random, so I wasn't sure where they were. That's why I decided to scout very quickly. I did see the first spawning pool. I saw the spine crawler go down, so because I saw that, I knew that more than likely they expected us to rush. So I knew we had to get up and going a little bit faster than we were doing. And let's see, Jack. I'm just gonna call him Jack. So Jack already going for the extractor as well. He's going for a spine crawler. I left the area before I saw the second spine crawler go down, so he is definitely going up for a static defense very quickly. No Zerglings and no Queen on the way for him. And then we come over here, and the Hindu has already dropped a forge and no gateway, and he as well is going for a more of the static defenses. He has 2 cannons dropped down. So I noticed this, and I'm like, rushing is going to be a little bit harder to do, but we'll see what we can manage. Let's see over here. We got Blacklist. It's already got 1 zealot. He's chrono boosting a second with another one on the way after that. He's now getting a second gateway. I already have my 2 gateways down, and I have 2 zealots out. I'm not making another one, and I am going for a cybernetics core just because I see them hunkering down. I believe that I'm going to need to get the range out to outrange some of their static defenses. So I go ahead and tell Blacklisted, oh look, now they're being us for once. So what I meant by that was, since we've been rushed so many times, we decided to do what they're doing and just turtle up. We built a lot of static defenses, but in the long haul, it ended up not working for us because we couldn't push out, and the us, who we are now playing as the rushers, ended up just getting total map control. Even if we could hold off the rush, at that point we were pretty much decimated because they owned the entire map. So we do see Jack over here going for a tier 2 build now. He's going up to a layer. He has 1 queen but still no Zerglings. So he's the only defense right now that he has is the spine crawlers and the queen, and his overlords aren't even scouting. I mean, that's one thing that you want to do with Zerg is scout as often as possible. Lihindu's over here. He is producing 2 more photon cannons, so he is really afraid of anything that may come to him. We go ahead and put down he has put his gateway down finally, and he's getting a cybernetics core. So as for defense, they both just have static defense, and that's about it. So I mean, we could just do a lot of hit and run. We can go in with the zealots and hit a few times and run away and try to recharge the shield. So that's one thing that we could do. There's nothing that can chase us. So we just hit the pylon a little bit when our shields go down. You micro that out. You just send out the zealots that are having their shields go down. So we decided to push out. I do have 5 zealots, and Blacklisted has 5 zealots. I have 2 more trailing, and I believe 2 more being produced, and they're already set to rally behind the the last zealot that made it out of my base. So I am researching also the warp gates to go ahead and get that going really quickly. And Blacklisted is, wow, 1,000 minerals sitting up in his gateways right now that could be put to better use. Maybe more drones or a cybernetics core like I had done. We do push on up here at the at Jack's base. We take out the first spine crawler. I do see the other one going to try and be built, so I take that out very quickly. That one's going to drop, and then the one over here that by the backside is going to fall. I do see another one being produced, and he has a total of 5 spine crawlers. That is just crazy. So they definitely knew that we were going to rush, or at least had the psychic ability to believe we were going to, and prepared accordingly. Of course, it was not enough. I did not have much of any other units to help try and